So I'm going to make this absolutely brief. No, you will not hear my voice for the rest of the video, only this part. And yes, this like beginning part is pre-recorded, so I have no idea if I've won or not. Just letting you know that. So if this is like a little weird, then yeah, you'll understand. Anyway, huge shout out to Corvin for like showing me this VGC tournament, and huge shout out to Autism Prime for blessing me throughout the first part. I was able to get the top cut because of him. Trust. I'm not lying. And yeah, I had a lot of fun with like the first part of the tournament. It was fun. I've only lost like once so far. Like I said, this is like pre-recorded like a week before actual top cut like happens. So yeah, I'll see you. I'll actually show you the sets now. All right, here you go.
Now don't just leave because I said that. Here we go. And the battle has begun. We have Cheragard and Hahyena versus Cryoterra and Exoval. There's the flashbang. On the Exovolt, chilling chorus, lowering the damage because of the defensive jelly. Still a lot of damage, 50%. Recharge on the Cryoterra for the one-hit KO, and TFK gets first blood. There's the runestone. Awakened Tulena brought in. Sylphid. Alloy missiles. Good damage. 3 times. No KO. And loyalty. Onto that Cheragard for the KO. And this set is tied. Yes, this is top 4. Nag and Crimson are DQ'd. Voice flashbang combo. Lacergen and Ninto. And Hahyena versus Tulena, Exoval, and a mystery Doodle. Here comes Awakened Ninto. Fiery Slash on that Tulena, no KO. Earth Surge on the Tulena for the KO. And on that Exoval for the double KO. It is a 1v3 chemical explosion. Good damage on both Doodles. Doesn't get the KO on that Ninto. Not looking good for Shadow Wolf. Cheragard versus the world. Yeah, I don't see you getting out of this one. And it looks like TFK takes game 1 just like that. Very quick. Here we go, game 2. It is Charizard and Hyena versus Cryoterra and Exoval. Looks a little familiar. And there's the switch into Tulena. Protect on the Exoval. Flashbang protected. Sylphid brought in to boost the speed. And now that Hyena will outspeed. Do you know if we can battle? No, we are in the middle of a tournament. There's the Awakened Tulena. Hype up. Hyping up the Hyena, boosting its attack, boosting its magic attack. Chemical Breath, it is still faster. Gets the burn! It gets the burn! The Hyena's attack is cut in half. Loyalty, defensive jelly, reducing the damage. It's a critical hit. Won't get the KO. Icy Bite, doesn't get the KO because of the burn! It gets the freeze! And we have a game 2, folks! %, still, it mattered. And that Exoval is still alive because of it. Taunt on the Tulena. Chemical Breath on both Doodles. There goes the Charizard. Losing health from the Lethal Ornament, so it will get knocked out. Hit the Exoval as well. Earth Surge. Nothing there. It will KO the Hyena. It is a 3v2. Lacergen and Nianto versus Cryoterra, Tulena, and a Mystery Doodle. There's a switch into Merciless. Sword Sweep. Doesn't get the KO on Cryoterra. And Merciless hangs on. Defense is lowered. Hyper Voice for the KO on the Cryoterra. Looking to take away that Sylphid. Tulena is brought in. Sylphid is still up. It's Merciless. Sword Sweep. Just over 50%. No KO on the Merciless. Infection. No KO. Yes KO. It is Tulena versus the world. Shadow Wolf. After all that luck. It amounts to nothing. Loyalty. Not enough. Still, not even half. Sylphid is gone. Forfeit the battle. TFK is going to the semis. Welcome to the finals. Who you got? It is Voltitude and Kiryu versus Nianto and Fancyune in the finals. There's the Awakened. Brought in, Awakened Nianto. Flashbang. Nothing on the Fancyune. Aerial on the Nianto. Just about half health. And a little bit of damage on the Fancyune as well. Infection. Not enough to get the KO on either of the Doodles. Pretty even start to get us going. I'd say Juror had a little bit of a better start, but Mimic on the Celestian brought in, taking basic care, center of attention. Aerial on both Doodles again. There is the KO on that Naito. Great turn for Jur as he takes the lead in the finals. Looking to completely upset on the #1 ranked TFK. Lacergen is brought in. What could happen next? Who you got winning? Let me know in the chat. Who you rooting for? TFK or Jur? There's a Thunder Strike, consuming that Spark Taffy onto that Lacergen. Big damage. There's the para. Sharpen. It won't be as fast. Relief does heal up for a lot of it, and it gets it all back. Cycle Force takes it down. The para will be important. It does fully heal, but it isn't looking as good now. As it slows down the speed of Lacergen. Hyena also in play. There's Swift Shield. And Crystal Cut from the Hyena. Fairy Slash. No priority moves as the Celestian goes down. Also removes one stage of stat changes? Okay. There's Merciless as the Hyena's attack is boosted thanks to the Kiryu being brought in. TFK looking a lot more good now. There's the Flashbang. Hyena will not be doing anything. Thunder Strike on the Lacergen for just over half. Sword Sweep. Not enough to KO the Voltitude, but not enough to KO the Kiryu either. Looking like Jur has a big chance to do some big damage. There goes the Lacergen. It is a 3v1 Dark Slash on the Hyena for a little bit more damage. Recharge to heal it back up a bit with whatever there is left. That Voltitude isn't going to be doing too much to the Hyena, so it might as well just keep it out. Naito is brought in. It's Earth Surge. Could finish the job right here. Aerial, nothing there, but a little bit of damage on the Hyena. Earth Surge doesn't get the KO. Recharge is brought in. TFK, it hangs on by barely anything. It restores a lot of its health, however. And it looks like the Hyena still could finish the job. There's the Runestone for a little bit more damage. Aerial chipping away just slightly. Couldn't matter. Earth Surge. Not enough. Recharge once again. And is that game? TFK hanging on by a thread. There's Aerial once again. Not enough for the KO. No crits. Crystal Cut. TFK wins game 1. Here we go. Here we go. Game 2. Floppy is in with Naito versus Craiglday and Voltitude. TFK's quote-unquote mascot looking to seal the win, the set, the tourney, the championship right here, right now. Let's see if he can do it. Or if Jur can take the set to 3. Here comes Awakened Craggle Day. As Naito goes for the protect. Choke on that Fluffy for the instant KO! And Jur is off to a great start. Hahayina's brought in. The Fluffy does nothing. Choke. Gets it down. It's a 4v3. Great start for Jur. And there's the Awakened Naito brought in. As Voltitude goes for the Swift Shield. Taking away the Flashbang. Earthquake. To hit that Hahayina. It is a 4v2. My goodness, Jur. Hyper Voice. Hitting both Doodles. And the Craggle Day lives. Lacergen and Naito versus the world. Versus 4 Doodles. Protect from the Gato Pillar. Days on the Lacergen. One hit KO. It is a 4v1. And Jur dominating to take the set to tied 4. We're going to game 3. TFK forfeits. And this is for all the marbles. Here we go. And it's Hahayina and Cheragard versus Voltitude and Celestian in the finals. Mimicking Silly. Now that Celestian can use its non-attacking moves with priority. Even though it's slow as hell. It's just that silly. EFK thinking of the right move here, right play. Sylphid is brought in to boost the speed. Thunderstrike consuming the Spark Taffy. Defensive Jelly reducing the damage. And the Cheragard lives just barely. Crystal Cut on the Voltitude for the insta KO. TFK with First Blood. 4v3. Psycho Force on that Hahayina. Taking down big damage. And Cheragard is brought in. Jur looking to tie the game here as 2 Doodles on TFK side are very low. But it is a 3v4. Excuse me. Welcome to the finals, folks. There's a switch. Cheragard swapped in for Lacergen. Flashbang on the Hahayina. It will not attack. No attacking moves from TFK's side. Meteor launch into that Hahayina. And it is a 3v3. Peanut and Jelly. The Cheragard is brought back in. Very low HP. Lacergen is looking to sweep the competition. To dominate right here. Looking to set up and do some big damage. Against a very slow Doodle and a support Doodle. With a third one in the back. Here comes the Craggle Day. Taunt on the Craggle Day. It won't be doing anything. Sharpen on the Lacergen. Meteor Launch for some pretty chunky damage, even though it's not very effective. This turn could determine everything. Could that Craggle Day finish the job on the Lacergen? Could that Celestian do enough damage? What will happen? Let's find out. Here comes the Awakened Craggle Day. Double attack boosted Lacergen. Hype up to boost it even more. Absorber to heal even more. +3 Lacergen. Will it be enough? Sword Sweep. It is enough. And the Craggle Day is down. The Celestian tanks it. Meteor Launch once again. And it looks like TFK might have the lead here. It's all TFK needs to do is just hype up the lacergen. It looks like TFK could have this in the bag. It's a 3v2. And he makes the switch. Interesting. Here comes the Naito taking the flashbang. Taunt on the Charizard. It won't be able to do anything any longer. Meteor launch on that Naito. It is down. It's a 2v2. We have a game here, folks. The boosts are gone on the lacergen. But that Charizard won't be able to do much, if anything. Hype up. Does the Charizard have Aurora Flash? There's the attack boost. Fiery Slash on the Celestian. Not enough. It does have Aurora Flash. So, the Charizard does live just barely. The Lacergen goes down. Meteor Launch. Is it enough? It is! Jur gets the KO. It's a 2v1. Jur has it all in his hands. And TFK is down to just a Charizard. Is that enough? Looks like it is. And there's the forfeit. Jur is your Polar Cup champion. My goodness.